The world was on the brink of a massive transformation. The 18th century was drawing to a close. Europe was transitioning from rural agrarian societies to urban industrial centres. This period of rapid technological advancement, known as the Industrial Revolution, would reshape the world. It was a time of unprecedented change. The shift was from handcrafted goods to mass production. New inventions and innovations revolutionized the way people lived and worked. Before the Industrial Revolution, life moved at a slower pace. Most people lived in rural areas. They farmed for their livelihood. The pace of technological advancement was slow. Tools and techniques were passed down through generations. The Industrial Revolution marked a significant break from this traditional way of life. The changes it brought were profound and far-reaching. The Industrial Revolution began in Great Britain. At the heart of the Industrial Revolution were groundbreaking inventions. These innovations transformed manufacturing and transportation. The steam engine, arguably the most important invention of the era, provided a new source of power. Invented by James Watt in 1776, the steam engine quickly found applications in various industries. It powered textile mills, factories and mines, increasing production capacity significantly. Another key invention was the spinning jenny, invented by James Hargreaves in 1764. This machine dramatically increased the speed of spinning thread. It allowed for the mass production of textiles. Previously, spinning had been a labour-intensive process done by hand. The spinning jenny, along with other innovations like the power loom, revolutionized the textile industry. Transportation underwent a revolution with the invention of the steam locomotive and the steamship. Richard Trevithick pioneered the steam locomotive in the early 19th century. It enabled the transportation of goods and people over long distances. This innovation led to the development of railways. Railways connected different parts of the country, facilitating trade and communication. The steamship, developed by Robert Fulton in 1807, had a similar impact on water transportation. It allowed for faster and more efficient travel across rivers, lakes and oceans. These inventions shrank distances. They connected markets. They paved the way for globalization. The factory system was a defining feature of the Industrial Revolution. Factories, with their large-scale production capabilities, replaced small workshops and home-based manufacturing. The concentration of labour and machinery under one roof led to increased efficiency and output. However, it also created new challenges for workers. Factories were often located in urban centres. This led to a mass migration of people from rural areas to cities in search of work. The growth of cities, fueled by industrialization, led to urbanization. Cities grew rapidly, often without adequate housing, sanitation, or infrastructure to support the burgeoning population. The factory system brought about a significant shift in the nature of work. Before the Industrial Revolution, work was often skilled and self-directed. Workers controlled their own pace and the quality of their output. In factories, work became increasingly specialized and repetitive. Workers were often assigned to perform the same task repeatedly, leading to monotony and alienation. Despite the hardships, factories offered new opportunities for employment. People who previously relied on agriculture for their livelihood could now find work in factories. The wages offered in factories, while low, were often more stable than those in rural areas. This attracted people from far and wide, contributing to the growth of cities and the expansion of the industrial workforce. The Industrial Revolution was not confined to Europe. Its impact was felt globally. European nations, empowered by their industrial might, expanded their colonial empires, seeking raw materials and markets for their manufactured goods. This led to the exploitation of resources and labor in colonized regions. The Industrial Revolution transformed the global economy. European nations, with their factories and mass-produced goods, became the dominant economic powers. They exported their products to all corners of the world. This led to the decline of traditional industries in many parts of the world as they struggled to compete with cheaper, mass-produced goods. The increased demand for raw materials fueled the growth of industries such as mining and agriculture in colonized regions. These regions often became dependent on European nations for their economic well-being. This economic dependence had long-lasting consequences. It shaped the global economic order for centuries to come. The Industrial Revolution also led to significant social and cultural changes. The growth of cities and the rise of the middle class led to new social structures and values. Education became increasingly important as a means of social mobility. New forms of entertainment such as music halls and theatres emerged to cater to the growing urban populations. The Industrial Revolution was a period of profound change that left an enduring legacy. It marked a turning point in human history, ushering in the modern industrial world. The technological advancements of this era paved the way for countless inventions and innovations that followed. The Industrial Revolution led to an unprecedented increase in productivity and economic growth. Mass production made goods more affordable and accessible to a wider population. This led to an improvement in the standard of living for many, particularly in industrialized nations. The Industrial Revolution also spurred scientific and technological innovation. The need for more efficient machines and processes led to advancements in fields such as physics, chemistry, and engineering. These advancements laid the foundation for future technological breakthroughs. The Industrial Revolution led to the rise of democracy and individual rights. As the middle class grew in size and influence, they demanded greater political and economic freedom. This led to reforms that expanded suffrage, limited the power of monarchs, and enshrined individual liberties.